Well, hi everybody. This is your stay-at-home grandma, and I'm staying at home and cooking. And I'm cooking for a couple of days. So I already let me put this down just a little bit. I could have put this up, but I didn't get the. I've already done brown my meat because I'm making tomato sauce for two different venues. Okay, I'm making chili and I am making chicken roasted garlic ravioli. It's by Reina, and it's Italian's most loved. So I'm going to do the sauce now. Since the meat is all brown, I got all of my herbs and spices out. So I'm going to do the sauce. This. How's everybody doing? I am doing fine. Legs bother me a little bit, but hey. So I'm putting this in the sink. I'll put some water in here because I do my dishes as I go. We'll let that cook just a little bit and then put the sauces in and all of that. I'm going to put some crushed red. I'll show you the sauces that I have. So that took a bit of I like to have my water ready and wash them as I go. So I've got the Field Day organic tomato sauce and one Del Monte tomato sauce, because I wasn't about to go looking in that closet for everything. So I'm going to pat this down just a little bit, then I'm going to put the tomato sauce in. And I'm making the tomato sauce again for two different venues. So I'm going to put this tomato sauce in. I'm going to let that cook. Put a little water on. I'm going to put this in. Put just a little bit of water on this. This one is thicker than the other one. Turn that water off now. Okay. Now I did not Hey, over 50, how are you? I did not season the meat yet because I'm going to season the sauce, okay? And I'm going to, like I said, this is what I got. The chicken and roasted garlic ravioli. So I'm going to put the ravioli in another pan, and I'll bring that over in a minute. And then I have the beans for the chili. So like I said, I'm making one sauce. How you doing? Happy New Year. Make just a little bit of water. I hate wasting stuff. I've turned it to my mother's child. Okay. Now this is going to cook for a while. So I'm going to bring over now this is very easy. Let me turn the oven on too. This is the bowl I got from Pampered Chef, and I'm really happy with that because it does the job. Okay, so let me do this a little differently. I need some scissors. How you doing? What's happening? Over 50. I think I'm losing my voice. Nothing hurts though. Okay. So these will all be. Okay, so I'm going to put in the seasonings now. And I'm going to start with some garlic. I got this from the dollar store, but it's so natural. So, you know what I mean? I chop it up sometimes. Sometimes I just don't want to, and I have to have it ready. And like I said, when I go back to my regular house, then I'll chop up my stuff and put it up where I can find it. Okay, so put the garlic in. I'm going to steam these in just a minute, but I'm going to work on this right now. I put the hamburger in later after I separate the sauce. Okay, this is garlic and herb sauce. Garlic and herb seasoning. It's all-purpose seasoning. So we're going to put this in there. This is about a half a teaspoon. I think it's a teaspoonful, actually, I'm going to put them because I put, and I'm eyeballing it. Okay. Then, I'm going to put in some garlic salt. Now that's a half a teaspoon. Okay, then I like this tomato basil seasoning. Put a teaspoonful of that because it has no salt in it. Now, this is the onion powder. It already has onions and peppers in it, but I always put some more in it. A teaspoon of that. And now, again, I'm eyeballing it. This is garlic powder. Okay. I thought I opened it. Teaspoon of that. Okay. I'm not going to put any jalapenos in it, although I wanted to, but I'm going to make it just a little hot. Okay, I'm going to use some crushed red peppers. 1/2 teaspoon of that. Okay. Garlic, seasoned pepper. Apparently, you know I like garlic, right? The last things I'm going to put in are the basil leaves. Hey, Crafty Vince, how are you? I'll be with you in 1 minute. Okay, this is the oregano. Teaspoon of that. And then the last thing we're going to put in is the Italian seasoning and then the salt and pepper. Now, again, the reason why I cook one-pot meals is because I'm a slight bit crippled. So I try to do as much as I can with them. So I'm writing a cookbook because there's a lot of people that have been saying to me, well, I want to learn how to do one-pot meals. And I'm going to stir this. I'll put the salt and pepper in a little later. Get something to drink, then I'm going to turn you all around and talk to you for a little while that's simmering. Okay. Okay, so my knee is hurting today. I know. That's how life goes, kid. That's how life goes, Crafty. I'm glad you stopped by anyway. Anyhow, so what I'm doing, like I said, is just, like cooking 2 meals and they're trying to make them one pot. And, just because for me, having a stroke and then having, so many problems with it, I have problems on and off. And look, I'm not complaining because I'm here and I thank God for that. Okay. But you have to try to make life as easy as you can for yourself when you, Oh, I didn't know you lived in Maine. I have a friend in Maine. Yeah, she just moved up there about 2 years ago. She bought a house there. Well, I'm originally from Massachusetts. I was born in Boston. Lived there until I got a job teaching at the college here. I got a job in Vermont. I got a job up in Vermont and one in the college here. And my son said to me, Mom, you're 39 now, but you ain't going to be 39 forever. I'm so glad I took his advice. Yeah, okay. I'm going to try to get her on one of these days because she cooks too. She's fantastic. And Maine is not that big. Yesterday I made lavender tea. Got the lavender syrup from it's from Tarani, but I got it at Marshall's because they're really expensive. But and it's nice. It really is nice. I have lavender flowers and things like that, and I've been thinking about making it and thinking about making it. And finally, I just said, I'm going to try the syrup first, and then I'll try to design my own syrup. But again, okay, we're supposed to be going home in 2 weeks. Hopefully, everything is done. I'll tell you the story after. I really just. And again, I love the house, but it's too big. Okay. And very easy to get lost in here. But I thank God for everybody that, protected me. I thank God for his protection first, always, but I'm ready. But anyway, so the ravioli that I got pre-made ravioli. I'm going to boil it in a minute, but I don't want to boil it until it only takes like 10 minutes up. That's the only difference with what's not actually one pot. It's two because I have to boil the ravioli. But, I want to be able to have good meals, that he and I both like. And, and just, I like to cook. So, that's why I'm thinking, well, I'm not thinking I'm going to do it. I've been typing everything in. I'm thinking about all the people who have disabilities that can't stand for long periods of time, have to sit for a minute like I do, and stuff like that, what they can do that, makes it nice for them. You know what I'm saying? And I'm actually, I'm excited about it. I'm going to have it on Amazon pretty soon. I'm hopefully the end of this month, but that depends upon whether we move or not. So, we'll see. We will see. Okay, I'll be right back. I'm going to get the bag so I can tell you what everything that's in it. The ravioli, that is. So, it pretty much goes in the chili. But the ravioli, now this is in the refrigerator section at your supermarket. I'm sure that it's probably where in Maine. I don't know about where over 50 is. But she's driving into town. This is chicken roasted garlic, and it's chicken breast and oven roasted garlic wrapped in pasta. And this is it right here. So in a few minutes. Yeah, and it comes, I've had these before, not that one, but these by Rana before. or it's Rana, and I say Rana, but it could be however they pronounce it. Yeah, it's a good brand. Okay. And I actually like it. So, I mean, I grabbed one of those. And so when I was sitting thinking, okay, what do I do? I'm going to make the whole sauce, and then I'll divide the sauce, put it in, on the pasta, and then make the chili. The chili's going to take a little bit longer, but you know. But then, like I said, it's done, and then I don't have to cook for a couple of days. You know what I mean? So when I get the energy and I feel it moving, the cooking spirit moving, then I, try to my best to, do what I have to do. Because like I said, I love to cook. I wish that my mother had allowed me to go to cooking school, but, years ago, she didn't want me to work in a restaurant or anything like that. And they did not pay them well, I guess. I don't know. But I was a teacher. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. Oh, okay. I was looking at something. Yeah, you have to get it done while you're able to. If you're anything like me, and you know that you feel tired and everything like that, I do other things, but I have with the cooking you have to concentrate on. So when I can concentrate and think clearly what I'm going to do, and I don't do the whole, like I don't chop the vegetables and stuff on here because everybody knows how to pretty much chop vegetables. But then I get it all chopped up and everything, and then I come on and then I show you how it's done. Because there are other people like me and you and whatever that, either work really hard every day, and when they come home, they're thinking, oh, now what do I fix for dinner? And so a lot of people have taken to getting delivery and stuff like that. I don't want to do that, and I don't want, as much as I have respect for them, because I mean, they do probably help tremendously. Those things where you send out for your food and they bring them in and they say it's really good. I've had, when we had COVID in 2020, I ordered, I didn't order any, they gave them to me because I was helping seniors out that really couldn't get out, and stuff like that. So, but they were really good, but I just don't like them like that. I like to see my food. I like to know where it came from, what I'm saying. And, like I said, the Vena was on sale, so I bought one, you know. And so, like I said, I have to get it done according to my body. Hey, what crafts are you working on? You working on any crafts? I'm going to check this in a minute, but. Well, my craft room here is opposite his bedroom because he opted to stay downstairs, even though we have separate bedrooms in our other house. But because he has PTSD, but he opted to stay downstairs because, like I said, this house is so big. He's military, so he must stay by the door or whatever. So he took one half of the front room. I took the other half of the front for the craft room. So, oh, really? No, that's something that I've never done. My daughter makes beautiful greeting cards. I've never really done that. I'm more of a DIYer. My mother used to tell me when she was leaving for work in the morning, especially when I was home in the summertime before I went away to camp, if you take something apart, put it back together again. But she really didn't get the concept of it because I would take something that was old and broken and do something to it. Most of it was pretty good. Some of it was like, it didn't work out. But hey, lots of things don't work out. Yeah, you got to have something. You got to have something. I don't understand people who spend their time doing nothing. I don't understand those people who, can do evil things or like steal from people in a way that I don't even understand, the scammers and stuff like that. Because if they took their brain and turned it around, they could make some beautiful things. Yeah. You know what's good? I had one that I made and I just took a cup and I don't think that even the dollar store sells them anymore, but they used to have these little like mats, like, not placemats, chopping boards, but they were like plastic, and I glued that together and everything like that and made a cute little glue gun. I still have it. But yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. There's several things that you can do, because it's really easy. You put it together and then you have a glue gun, and then because I got tired of laying it down and it falling down and everything like that. So I just stick them in there and it's done. I'll be right back. I'm going to check the sauce. If anybody comes, tell them I'll be right back. I'm going to put some salt in it. I'll be right back. Well, it's doing pretty good. Hey, I bring it. How you doing? Yeah, those those ones with the Jenga blocks are nice. Jenga blocks. Jenga blocks are nice. How you doing? I bring it. What's up? I got the sauce cooking, so I'm getting ready to turn you all around because I'm gonna break it down in a minute. I'm doing good. My knees killing me, but hey, what can you do? You know what I'm saying? It is what it is. And the thing is, it's not damp. I haven't been outside, so I don't really know. But it doesn't stay cold and damp because I have my bedroom window open. The sun was shining, but hey. What did you cook Friday? Because I think I was coming on And I went to sleep. I felt like the world had just caved in. I was so tired. But I won't miss this Friday. But I won't try to do as much as I did Friday. That was crazy. Crazy, crazy, crazy. What is this? People send me the craziest things. I don't know who half these people are. Okay, so I'm going to turn around and I'm going to boil the ravioli just a little bit and then put it in the pan. And then I'll put everything in and put it in the oven. I'm still going to cook the sauce just a little bit more though, but for the ravioli, and I'm going to taste it again because it needed a little bit more salt. So let's turn you all around again. I'm going to get up. Yeah, it's chicken and, let me tell you again. It's chicken and roasted garlic, the ravioli. It's this runner. I'm sure you've seen it. Hey, Ola Joe, how are you? What's up? So I'm going to turn you around. I hope this doesn't make a whole lot of noise. Okay, so I've got to boil the ravioli just a little bit. So I'm going to put it in this little pot right here. I'm going to start with, I haven't got it yet. How you doing, Ola Joe? What's up? A little oil in the water. Remember, I said always get caught in these little holes. I'm going to salt it just a little bit. Let that come to a boil. Well, Joe, what you making? What are you working on? Put a little bit more. Tomato basil. This tomato basil is so good. And I actually got it from the dollar store. And I got more because yeah, I hope you feel better too. Yeah, you need to rest. I had a good day other than my knee, but hey. Ooh, I want to see that though. I love this pen. I got this from Pampered Chef. I'm gonna come on and cook for Pampered Chef. I started doing the Pampered Chef thing because I needed some new knives. And I haven't really done much of it because, like I said, I don't want a whole bunch of stuff that I got to take back to the house with me. So I'm going to boil that. And then take some of the sauce and put it over there. Put this in the oven. Put some cheese on it. It is. It really is. And it's a roasting pan, but it really, you could do a cake in it and stuff too, I'm sure. Got this for I'm going to empty it out. That Tunisian is to die for. First of all, the girl that was teaching me how to crochet got sick. So I'm going to have to probably come on and learn from one of you guys because I want to crochet. I really do. I can knit, and that's fine. But I should have learned it, I know. But hey, my mother wanted to teach me, but I wanted to learn knitting. And I was one of those kids that wanted to learn one thing at a time. Really, I like Panera. So what the doctor say? You're gonna be all right? I'm going to take a little bit of this and put it in the bottom of the pan. Yeah. You're going to be okay. Just keep praying. Got too much work to do. Now, the reason why I put this on the bottom is so it won't stick. Then I'm going to put some on the top and put this in the oven. Let's drain this out. And put a little bit of cheese in it. I think I'll put some mozzarella in it. What you think? Or maybe Italian. Let's see what I got here. So I got some mozzarella. And a little bit of Italian blend. Yeah, I was coming on your show today, and I got up at 7 o'clock this morning to do the laundry and do a few things before my caregiver came and stuff like that. And when she left, I said, well, I'm going to lay down for an hour, and then I'll watch over Joe. Well, I woke up at 4 o'clock. Actually, about 4:10. So I guess I was really tired. So I put the 5-cheese Italian blender on. Okay, so now I'm going to put some more. So that's in there. Make sure it's all covered. Okay. This goes in the sink. Turn this down really, really low. Then I'll put this in the oven. Okay. Now I'm going to put the meat, the brown meat that I had there. I'd already browned it into this. And stir it around. Now I'm going to put the beans in. Wash the can off already. Okay. Well, I'll be here tomorrow. And that's right, because I thought it was, you know what? I thought today was Tuesday, Ocho. I'm telling you, okay? I don't know where I got that from. This don't want to open for me, but I'll get it. I got it. And I put the whole can of beans in. Okay, so that's that. Now I put just a tablespoonful of sugar in it. Something that my father-in-law taught me to do. Okay, some people don't use sugar. I use sugar in tea and coffee and other things. I don't use sugar excessively, but I do use it in tea and coffee. Some people say sugar is bad for you, but I have a lot of friends. My mother was a nurse, and I have a couple of friends who are doctors. One of my cousins is a doctor. She's a pediatrician. And she said, yeah, but we give people glucose all the time when they come in and they have to stay. So, but I don't use that much sugar, but I will put it in the chili. I don't need this. I'm going to come and sit down for a little while. I just didn't feel like setting my camera up and everything. Then Camera and I, we have a love-hate relationship. Well, it's my phone, not my camera. I gave my camera away because I just did not want to use it. But I might do it later. Hey, Martina, Tisa, how are you? Welcome in. So anyway, So what, like I said, I've done, I've cooked, and then I'll probably cook something again on Wednesday or Thursday. What are you doing, Marchesa? Thanks for coming by. Now, when my granddaughter was here Saturday with her friends, she brought them by, and she bought Pepsi, and I drank it, but it's not something that I do. Pepsi years ago was not like the Pepsi now because it's just filled with sugar. But like I said, I don't drink. When I make my iced tea or my, whatever, I use some sugar. When I make coffee, I use sugar, but that's about it. That's the end of my sugar. My husband, on the other hand, see, he likes Edmonds and all those things. I don't like them at all. Because Edmonds, again, years ago, used to taste like baked goods. Now they just taste like sugar. To me. But I'm going to finish typing in. I'm trying to wait for that to bake so that you can see that when it comes out. The chili, on the other hand, won't be ready for another couple hours. But yeah, I'm really not a sugar fanatic. I never have been. Years ago, I use non-dairy creamer, yeah, but I use regular sugar. I can't. I tried stevia and it tastes okay, but it gives me an aftertaste. So, I wish I did drink my tea straight up. And it just needs to have a little. And another thing is, I use a lot of lemons, so. But I use non-dairy creamer mostly. I'm a little bit on the edge about milk because I'm kind of allergic to it, but not. Does that make any sense? I'm not really allergic to anything except for penicillin. So, and Darvon, but they took that off the market years ago. Yeah, and I actually have a package of it. I'm gonna try the ethanol, but like I said, I'm pretty much okay. Yeah, it probably does have less aftertaste. But to me, the stevia, I can't hear. Okay, I'm deaf in this ear. Been deaf since I was a little kid, partially deaf. Can't see. Okay, so my smell and my taste, they are there. And then after I had to smoke, it even got worse. Where I can't. I don't mean to be funny when I say this, but I can't go to a gym because I can smell people. Okay. And it's not just one person, it's like 3 or 4, 5, 6 combined. And that gives me such a headache. And I tried to explain to my daughter that, and she looked at me like I was crazy. But my granddaughter, who is her, she's a scientist, and she said, yeah, but she said her senses pick up. She said, so I can understand her. Well, my granddaughter understands me. My daughter not so much. But anyway, so yeah, my daughter, she's really smart, everything like that. But if I say something, she looks at me like, you're not supposed to say that. Or, you're not supposed to dislike that. And I'm like, get a clue, kid. Okay. But hey, they're like that. But my granddaughter, like I said, Well, my granddaughter and I are kind of like the same because we both have different. Both have the whole idea of what ethics are, you know, and we don't work to live or live to work. We just like I liked my work. I liked going to work. I was a school teacher, and then I became a school counselor, and I liked teaching. I liked, especially when I was teaching little people. I taught kindergarten and first grade for a long time. And I loved when they got that aha moment when, like, they picked up something and they actually knew what it was, or they spelled something and it was actually right. And they got the little bell went off, and they had their little faces were so happy and stuff like that. And then I taught college, and actually I taught freshmen. And a lot of them had different aha moments, but they still had aha moments much the same. And then when I became a counselor, I really liked my job. I liked it a lot. And I had planned to retire. Like, I've been there for a long time, and I was going to retire 2 years from there, but the stroke got me. And God always says, make plans, and God laughs at you. That aha moment. Anybody, that if you're teaching crafts and stuff like that, and the person gets it, and they may not get it to the just that you want them to get it, because all crafters are different. But what's funny is that they'll say, I got it, I got it. And you're like, okay, because people, I think, should love learning, and love growing. That's the most important part of our life, is to learn and to grow and to do. And that's why I said again, I don't understand why so many people waste their time just sitting there, being bored, doing nothing. Even if you have a disability or something like that, do something with it. Get up and learn how to knit, get up and learn how to sew, learn something, be creative. Because you should never let a disability stop you. It's tough, I tell you. And I know Ola Joe's going through some things, I've gone through some things and stuff like that, but through it all, I've come out. I always try to get up every morning, thank God, get myself washed up, brush my teeth, take a shower, whatever, get dressed. Or usually on Mondays, I'm kind of casual, so I don't get dressed until later on during the day. Like when I go upstairs, I'll get ready for bed, I'll take a shower and everything and then do it. Usually on Mondays, and then that's been me since when I became a counselor, because I had Mondays off. I worked on Fridays. And I worked Tuesday to Friday because I worked at night. So, so that I could counsel the parents, and I was there for the teachers and everything. So I took Mondays off because I did 2 full days during the week, usually Wednesday and Thursday, where I was there from 8 o'clock until 8 at night. And I didn't mind, but, we decided, the principal and I, that I would take that whole Monday off, but I loved it, and my daughter did not understand that. What do you mean you love that job? Yeah, I do. But I loved everything I did pretty much, except a couple of things. But I'm going to give it another, who's the say it takes? So to be ready in another 5 minutes. Because you parboil the pasta for about 4 minutes, and then you just let it rest for a minute, and then you cover it with what else. You can actually cook it in a pot, but I wanted to separate, well, of course, because I was doing chili too. But we'll look at it, see what it looks like. Now, anybody that wants to have me cook something or research something, because I'm here all day. You know what I mean? And I can research on the computer, and I research everything. Okay. So if you want me to research something, or there's something that your family may like and you want to try and stuff like that, then just let me know and I'll research it, because that's what I do. You know, that keeps me motivated and keeps me growing. Got to tell you though, you know, I think it might be called the jelly roll, the material that they bind together to make new material, and it's like two strands, and then they twist it together tightly. Okay. So I like that. I really do. And I have a lot of loose material, you know, strings of material, things like that. So I decided to do it. And I did it, but it's not tight enough. So I went and got some material glue. Okay. They're talking about you can stitch it and stuff like that. Yeah, I got the sewing machine, but I don't want to do that. I'm going to put a couple of dabs of material glue as I go along, just like I do when I do my DIYs, but I put more glue on that. But that's what I'm going to do, because I think that the material is pretty, because I'd like to make a couple I don't want to make any bugs or anything. I might, you know, who knows what. I want to make a couple. I'm going to try a couple of things with it, see how it comes out. So my nurse came today. He's a hoot. You know, they just take your blood pressure and all that other kind of stuff and whatever. And he was talking about, you know, what I cook and everything like that. So I'm surprised he's not on. He's probably sleeping. But yeah, he was telling me that he got into cooking and stuff like that because, you know, just to free up his wife. Yeah, I have a blood pressure cup and I use it. I'm supposed to do it every day, but I don't, because I think you'll agree. You know, when your blood pressure's up, because you get that headache. Okay. But I mean, I take my medicine every day. I exercise, I walk. Look, this house is so big. Like I said, I'll be glad when I go back to my house. My house is big, but not this big. You know, I had downsized when I moved to Delaware, but I walk about 300 feet. You know, I count it as I go around and around and around. And I have this timer on my phone, and I walk, and then I do some exercise and stuff like that. So I'm pretty good about trying to keep my blood pressure down. The other thing is, I don't get upset. I don't even get mad anymore. I just let people do whatever they want to do. But the monitor is good. But I just really, I'm going to try to set up. The reason why I don't have a set time for anything right now is, again, because I'm not in my house. So, okay, I'm not in my house. So different people come in for different things and whatever, you know, whatever. And I want to set up a time where I can, like maybe 2 days a week, where I come in and I knit 1 day a week. I'm going to do that, and I'm going to do my DIY. And the reason why I'm not doing my DIYs on here is because he's in the other room, so he has the television on. He watches that television 24/7, and then it watches him when he goes to sleep. I don't. I turn it on when I go upstairs after, you know, wash up. Well, tonight I'm taking a shower, but, you know, after I wash up and everything, get ready for bed, I turn it on. I may watch like the cooking channel, or I may watch YouTube, because I go to YouTube University every day for things, and I learn a lot of things there. Some things I'll never learn. I mean, I'll never do, but I like watching other people do it. Yeah, so it's good that he has his own room, even in our house, our other house, because he has PTSDs, but he watches television all the time, and that's his thing. You know, I mean, you know, he fought a war and everything like that. He's retired, so He does what he wants to do. But for me, I can't, because I read a lot and stuff like that. So it depends upon what kind of mood I'm in. I really have not gotten into sewing yet, but sewing is something I kind of do. I kind of repair things and stuff like that. I bought the sewing machine, for the girls actually, so that they can mess with it. But and they haven't touched it. But and then I'm not going to set it up because, like I said, I'm supposed to be going home in 2 weeks, so I'll set it up at my house. But I mean, I will miss this because it is big. And this is like really what happened, I think, with this house was that it reminded me of when I was young, and stuff like that, because the room that I'm in upstairs is somewhat like my room that I had at home. So I want to go home. You know what I mean? I mean, it's nice and everything like that. I mean, the insurance company has been wonderful to us, but it's just time. I want to plant my garden. I want to, whatever I have left in time here, I want to be able to utilize it. So, but like I said, God had other plans for a couple of minutes, and I guess really the thing is we were going to redo a lot of things anyway. So he said, what the devil meant for evil, God meant for good. Let me put it like that. And I hope you understand that, and so it's fixed and everything like that. They just have to get some paperwork done and everything like that. And we should be in it in a couple of weeks. And I'll be happy. Because I like fooling around in my room, and I like fooling around in my art room, and I decided that the den, which was my art room, I'm going to switch them around. I'm going to put my art room in my bedroom, and the den I'm going to use because it's bigger as my bedroom because it has more light and stuff in it. And he said, well, it doesn't close off. I said, yeah, but we have a room divider, and it's not like we have 100 people in the house. There's me and him. The grandkids, they're there. I mean, they live around the corner and down the street, but they're not there every day. My oldest grandchild, okay, is the mother of my great grandchildren, and her husband work. Okay, she's the scientist. My next oldest grandchild is she's the librarian at the library. That's what she wanted to do. And she's getting ready to take some more library science classes and stuff like that. And then she works part-time at the grocery store. So, you know what I mean? The other grandchild, she's going to be 18. She writes and poetry and all that other kind of stuff. She's in her own world. Her birthday and my birthday are the same. So I really understand her. Yeah. Ola Joe, that library is beautiful. You hear me? Beautiful. And they have everything. They have all kinds of classes in there. I'm going to teach a class next year, I think. Not next year, but not in the summer, because I'm donating a lot of stuff. I think I'm going to give them my kiln because it is really big, and I want a little kiln, just for cups and things like that. But I love the library. Yes, I always have. I used to do all my homework at the library. And I never went, well, I did go sometimes to where the kids hung out at the library. I went all the way across town to the other library so I could be alone because I love to read. I'm reading a book on hygge, which is like a Scandinavian. Yeah. Mm-hmm. It's they're written by Scandinavians, and it's how they came into having a very quiet life. It's almost ready. They can't have it coming. Oh, you know about that, huh? Yeah, and it's fascinating because they pride themselves on really fixing up their homes and living in their homes and enjoying their homes and all the kind of stuff that when I came into this new me after the stroke and everything like that, because I was going from my house all the time. I was at work. I worked another job teaching part-time. I was one of the pastors in my church. I was always away from my house. I don't know what I was running from. I can never figure that out. But yeah, I do. But you know what I mean? So I'm planning to exit my job in 2 years. Okay. I said to God, look, I said, when I, retire, I'm going to stay home. I'm going to do more things. I'm going to make more things. I'm going to be me. Well, I got this notion that, I'm going to do it my way, and it didn't happen that way. But I'm glad that it did, because it made me think all the things that I could do, all the things that I could enjoy, all the things that I wasn't. I always enjoyed my grandkids. I was always there for them. But the oldest one was here because she went to college here, because the college that I taught for, gave her scholarships. But her other two sisters were still in Massachusetts, and then her mother came after their father died. And, things are cozy, and they give a sense of peace and zen. And those are the things that I had to learn, because I was always on the move, always on the move. And I thought that's what God wanted me to do. And I still do. I mean, I still feed people. I mean, I don't feed them from my home per se, but I, help pack up food and all this other kind of stuff and do what I got to do. So, but it's not the same thing. I was always gone. Yeah, she did well. They want her to come back and teach, and she's thinking about it. Because, I mean, like I said, she finished and everything like that, and they wanted to come back and teach at least part-time because they need teachers. So, that would be right up our teach a couple of classes. But I think right now, like she was telling me when she was here Saturday, she wants to spend time with her two daughters, because one of the daughters is in her first year of high school, which is almost over, and then the other one rather, is 10 years old. She's in the 5th grade. So she's going into junior high school next year. So she takes karate. So right now she's invested spending time with them. So, which I understand completely. Because I know when my kids were growing up, they were my whole world. I didn't know anything else, And their father, my first husband, their father and I had long been divorced. But she did well, so, and I'm really proud of her, So anyway, let's get this out of the oven. I'm going to turn it around. Yeah, I'm going to turn it around so you can see it. I turn you all around so much. Like I said, forgive me. I just did not feel like fooling around with this camera on my phone today. Look at the bubble on that. Wonderful. Let's put this up here. I'm going to stir this around just a little bit too while I'm here. So that's done. Like I said, it's going to take a little while for the chili to get done, but maybe another hour. So I'm writing my cookbooks in a couple of categories. Then I'm going to do how to make different spices. And I'll do it on here, but then I'm going to do it also in the cookbook because you can't do not all the spices. It's not like I know how to make all the spices in the world. I don't. So I'm doing 20 of the one pots. Then I'm going to do 20 of the slow cooker. Good night, crafty bitches. See you soon. It was very nice visiting with you. Yeah, because I'm getting ready to go now, too. I'm going to get ready to go. I'm going to get ready to feed my husband, clean up my kitchen, feed myself, too. I am taking care of myself the best that I know how. Everybody, thank you for coming. Olajo, get rest and fix yourself a cup of tea. Yeah, I'm gonna eat. I know. Because you know what, I've been forgetting to eat in the morning and then wondering when I have one of them visual headaches. So I've got to eat because I came down today and fixed breakfast and stuff like that before my caregiver came. So, you know, although she would actually do it, but, you know, fix yourself some tea. You know, if you get chamomile tea because that usually works. You know, when you have stomach aches and everything and you have, you know, you're tight and everything like that, the chamomile really relaxes it. Probably, you know, put 2 tea bags in instead of 1 and let it steep for a little while. All right, so good night. I will see you all later. I love you all. Take care. God bless. Stay safe. Hold your family close. Bye-bye. See you in the next video. Peace.